What military innovations came from the 30 Years' War? Imagine a battlefield where armies are no longer just large groups clashing in mass but are now using smarter tactics, faster weapons, and more flexible strategies. That's what happened during the 30 Years' War, a conflict that changed how Europeans fought forever. This war was a turning point, pushing soldiers and commanders to develop new ways to win. It was like a giant testing ground for military ideas that would shape future wars. So what exactly came out of this intense and long-lasting struggle? Let's break it down. First, armies moved away from stiff, deep formations to more flexible lines. Before, soldiers fought in tight columns, making them slow and easy targets. But Gustavus Adolphus of Sweden changed that by shortening the depth of his lines from 10 ranks to 6. This made his troops more mobile and allowed them to fire muskets more effectively. Instead of slow, heavy formations, soldiers could now deliver quick volleys and shift positions fast. This new style of fighting made battles more dynamic and deadly. Gustavus Adolphus also revolutionized artillery. He introduced lighter cannons that could be moved quickly across the battlefield. These cannons supported infantry and cavalry better because they could be repositioned to hit targets more precisely. Instead of static, heavy guns that took a long time to set up, these lighter pieces could be carried on wagons or even on the backs of soldiers. This increased the speed of artillery support and made it more adaptable to changing battle conditions. Another big change was the standardization of firearms. Armies started to use more reliable muskets and rifles that could be mass-produced. This meant soldiers could be better trained and equipped with similar weapons, making armies more disciplined. Payment for troops became regular, encouraging soldiers to stay professional and well-trained. Military manuals and drills became common, helping soldiers learn standardized tactics and improve their skills. Command structures also evolved during this war. Officers gained more independence to act on their own initiative. Gustavus Adolphus encouraged his commanders to make quick decisions without waiting for orders. This decentralized command allowed armies to react faster and be more flexible in battle. It was a shift from the old style, where everything was tightly controlled from the top. Cavalry tactics also saw big improvements. Cavalry units became more aggressive, using shock tactics to break enemy lines. The Finnish Hakepliita, for example, was a famous cavalry force that charged into enemy formations to cause chaos. The war showed how combining infantry, cavalry, and artillery in coordinated attacks could be very effective. This idea of working together in a unified way is called combined arms tactics and became a foundation for future military strategies. Finally, the war helped create the modern state's military system. It moved away from relying on feudal levies or local militias. Instead, countries started building permanent armies that were paid and trained regularly. Leaders like Albrecht von Wallenstein raised large mercenary armies funded through new financial methods. This shift laid the groundwork for the professional standing armies we see today, supported by centralized governments that controlled the use of force. In short, the 30 Years' War pushed armies to become more mobile, flexible, and professional. It introduced new tactics, better weapons, and smarter organization. These innovations marked the beginning of early modern warfare and influenced how European armies fought for centuries afterward.